Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy spooky live stream. Hey, honey, can you give her pills? I forgot. How is everyone? Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Ashley. Happy Friday and happy spooky live stream. Yay, it's here. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it's here already. Like, what is happening? Where is this year going? So we're gonna do our spooky live today. And how are you doing, Chrissy? Yep, we're doing our spooky live. And Chrissy, I hope you brought some spooky questions to ask. Hi. My daughter Ashley sent me like a bajillion. Spooktacular. Spooktacular live stream. Oh, too funny. So yeah, I've got oh my goodness. Ashley sent me a whole bunch of spooky questions. So, but all is well. And how are you and your beautiful family all doing? We're doing good. Thank you. Yeah, Bella, I had Bella on for a minute until she squirmed and got down last Saturday. And the groomers put on like a little stretchy collar thingy, and it had a sparkling pumpkin on it. And then she had like the little bows in her ears that had little pumpkin things on them. They were so cute. We saved them. You're cooking dinner as you are watching. Good. Yeah. So you guys, I hope you brought questions to ask for spooky live stream, spooktacular. Oh my God, it's so funny. Chrissy, did you bring questions? I know Ashley did. One, she had me cracking up. I'm going to see if I can find it. I was just cracking up earlier. I'm trying to find her comment. Where is it? I can't find it. Well, I will hopefully think of some during the live stream. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ashley, where was that thing I was just cracking up about? I got to find it. I got to find it. Okay. I found it. Yeah, that's it, Ashley. Yeah. Why do we only see ghosts from recent history and not older ghosts? Like, for instance, why doesn't anybody see King Tut walking around? I read that and I busted out laughing. Oh my God. Why are there no ancient ghost spirits? Seemingly they only stick around for like 1,000 years. Why don't we see King Tut walking around? I know most of them move on eventually, but do they get stuck? So, yeah. Why don't we see King Tut walking around? King Tut, wasn't that a song? Didn't they have a song like decades ago about King Tut? Oh my God. Yeah, so let's ask that question first, because now that Ashley brought it up, I was like, yeah, that's a good question. That would be funny, especially if he was doing the King Tut song. Yes. Yes, that would be funny. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, why? No, the song, Was Walk Like an Egyptian. Yeah. Well, that too. There, but actually, it might be before your time. There was a King Tut song. I forget. I don't know if the name of the song is King Tut or I can't remember, but it's an old song. Hi, Sab. How's your October been? It's been great. Thank you for asking. I hope yours is too. And it's like gone in a blink. Like here we are at the end of October. We're going into November and then the holiday season and Christmas and oh my God, what's happening? Just what is going on? Oh my God. Yeah. How's your October been, Sab? So let's ask. Oh wait, what's this? Hold on. Oh, Steve Martin. Oh, my husband just texted me. Steve Martin did did the King Tut song. Oh my God, it was such a stupid song, but it was oh God, I just lost my place now. I lost my place. Okay, I found it. Seems like ghosts sticking around and haunting places is more of a recent times thing. You only really see them out for the past few hundred years or so. That's true. I passed by swiftly. But my October's just okay. Well, I hope it gets even better. I do remember the Steve Martin song. Yeah, it was so silly. Such a silly song. So, oh my God, I can just hear that dumb song in my head. All right. So anyway, if you guys have any other spooky questions, throw them in the chat because that's what this live chat's going to be about today is asking spooky Halloweeny spooktacular questions. So, oh my goodness, this should be fun today. So that's a great question. I never even thought of that until Ashley brought it up. But why are there no ancient ghosts that people see walking around? Oh my God. Like, King Tut or, who knows, Cleopatra or whoever, King Arthur. I don't know. Hi, SL. Happy Friday and happy spooky live stream. We're doing our spooky live stream. So SL or Sab or anyone, if you guys have any spooky questions to ask, throw them in the chat. So that's what this live stream is going to be. It's going to be about spooky Halloween topics, Halloweeny topics. All right. So let's ask why we can't see King Tut walking around. I'm going to laugh every time I say that. It just struck me so funny. So let's ask if it's just that they move on or, why did they reincarnate? Why are we not seeing them? Maybe they reincarnated. That's what I'm kind of thinking. So let's ask. Let's ask why we don't see King Tut. I'm going to have to play that song later. Maybe I won't because then it'll be stuck in my head. All right. So we're asking, why do we not see really super, super ancient spirits? Like no one seems to see them, right? So let's ask that. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I'm thinking that I'd say a good portion or, most of them have reincarnated and like many, 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 many times since then. Because some people get stuck for hundreds of years, like from the 1600s, that just can't move on. But wouldn't you think some might get stuck forever? Maybe. I mean, I am getting that, you know, most of them, I'd say a huge proportion of them just, reincarnate. So they come in and they're, that's, if they're reincarnated, you're not going to be able to tap into them, right? So if they come back in as another life, then they're not that life anymore. Hi, David. Happy Friday. Happy spooktacular live stream. So yeah, so I think that most of them have reincarnated. And, you're not going to be able to tap into them because they're not them anymore. They've reincarnated and come in as someone else. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And for the few that have decided not to reincarnate, it's literally saying that they just don't want to come forward. They just don't want to come forward. So the ones that, I'm guessing that there's got to be some that just have decided, okay, that's it. I'm done incarnating. I don't want to reincarnate anymore. I'm just done. I'm done with that. So I would say there are some that just decide I'm done, but most, decide to come back. And that's hi, Anne. Happy Friday. Happy spooktacular live stream. So that's why most of them, I would say, no, you haven't missed anything, David. This was the first question that we asked. But I would say most, spirits reincarnate. And so then they're not that character anymore. They're a different character. I don't want to say character, but a different, happy Friday, a different person, human, whatever. So that's what I would say why we don't see King Tut walking around. Oh my God, that's too funny. So that I would say that's the majority. Why we're not seeing, King Tut or Cleopatra or, any of those really ancient figures, people, celebrities, whatever, historical figures, that's why we're not seeing most of them. So that's that one. But I would say you could probably still tap into the energy of when they were that person as a medium, right? As a psychic medium. So like if I were to focus on King Tut or, any Cleopatra or any, historical figure or other person, I would be able to most likely pick up on the energy of them and find out like what they were thinking then that made them do some of the things that they did and, stuff like that, relationships or whatever. So, yeah. So that's King Tut. All right. Throw any questions you guys have, any spooky Halloweeny questions in the chat. All right. So another question I got are Native American Wendigo skinwalkers real? Wendigo? Am I saying that right? Some of these I haven't even heard of. So they're behind energy from that long ago. Yeah. Saw Jada's book open in the bookstore's display. Said she does voodoo. Does she on Will? Ooh, that's a good question. Did she say she does voodoo? Is that what she said in her book? I'm not surprised by that. Because I always pick up really dark energy on her, on Jada. Let's ask if oh God, here we go again. I'm gonna put my selenite. I'm talking about Jada. Put my selenite in my lap for protection. All right, before I get to this Wendigo, let's ask real quick. Can you see spirit if you talk to them? How connect with them. Yeah, I can sometimes see them. Yes. If I'm really, kind of focusing. Yes, I can sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I can. Sometimes I just pick up on the energy. So let's ask about if JADA is doing any kind of dark spell work, allegedly on Will. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I would say yeah. Yes. Allegedly. Yes, she is. That's what I'm getting. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised by that. She's just, kind of a dark person. I want some of that selenite. You know what? Just order it. You can get it anywhere. Selenite is pretty easy to get. I get a lot of my crystals and stuff off of vendors on Etsy, but it's pretty easy to come by. Just search like selenite, and it's spelled with an S. I'll spell it in the chat for you. It's spelled a little bit different, so that way you'll be able to find it. That's how it's spelled. So yeah, anyway, what are some of the, okay. Was Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow reincarnated? That's a good question. Is the Sleepy Hollow legend real? Okay, well, let's first ask if Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow if he's reincarnated. Let's ask that. Now let's ask that. I kind of feel yes. Okay, so what I'm getting is, interesting. So what I'm getting is yes, and that I think several times, like many times, Ichabod Crane. I think many times Ichabod has reincarnated. Once as like a woman in some position of power. Another time just a regular, maybe not powerful woman. Seems like a lot of women. I think another time as a spiritual leader. Interesting, right? So, but right now it's saying that soul is taking a break from incarnating. So, and sometimes souls will do that. They'll maybe reincarnate, but then they might wait a few hundred years. There's other things that they can do on the other side too, besides just like they can, they can learn stuff here being human, but they can also do different, roles once, like when they're on the other side. So for instance, there are some spirits who will, take on the task or the role of helping people cross over when they pass. There are some souls that will act as spirit guides to humans, to animals, and also to other spirits on the other side, because even spirits on the other side have spirit guides too. There's some spirits that, occasionally will act in the capacity of some level of angel. What else have I run across? I don't know. There's different things. So, it just depends on, and sometimes they just want to hang out and not do really anything. So it just kind of depends on the soul, I live near Sleepy Hollow. I'm about 20 to 30 minutes from there. Oh, no kidding. Ooh, that's interesting. Did you ever go there? And if you did you ever feel anything there? That's interesting. They can only mimic the words and screams of their past victims calling out for help. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Mudball. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to with that. So is the Sleepy Hollow legend real? Well, let's ask that. Yes, everyone has spirit guides. Yep. Oh, the Wendigo? Okay. I'm going to ask about the Wendigo in just a second. Let me ask if the Sleepy Hollow legend is real. And Chrissy, let us know if you've ever been there, and if you have, like, have you felt anything or picked up anything? That would be interesting. These are good questions you guys are asking. So is the Sleepy Hollow legend real? Sort of. I would say what I'm hearing is it's been embellished. It was, I think there are some elements that are real. And then over time, it's like that telephone game. Do you guys know what the telephone game is, where, there's a row of people and the first person whispers a sentence into the second person, then that person whispers the same sentence, and it's so on and so on. And by the time it gets to the end, the sentence is completely different. It's kind of like that. So I think there are some elements in the Sleepy Hollow legend that are based on truth or, reality, but over time it's been embellished and changed a little bit. So I don't think as we know it today is exactly all correct, but some of it definitely is. Some of it definitely is. Okay, so let's ask about the, I only drove through the town, but my hubby works in that area all the time. He is not a believer in spirits. If I want to connect with my loved one, how do I talk to them? How do that I talk to them a lot? I think you're asking, how do you do that? You can just talk to them. I mean, they can hear you. So you can just, you can just do that. They can hear us. We can talk to them. Sometimes it's hard for us to get messages from them. So, anyway. Okay, so let's ask about the Wendigo. And what were they again? Native American Wendigo. And then what did you say? Let me scroll back up and see what you said about them. Where was it? Oh, they can only mimic the words and screams of their past victims calling out for help. Oh. Hi, Penny. Happy Friday. Happy Spooktacular live stream. Okay, so let's ask if the Native American Wendigo skinwalkers are real. Let's ask that. I don't think I've heard of these. I mean, I've heard of skinwalkers. I don't know. Have I heard of Wendigo? I feel like maybe. Okay, let's see. Are the Wendigo skinwalkers real? Yes. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. Yes, yes, a double yes. And then here we go. I don't think that they're good energies or good entities or whatever. So yeah, I'm getting yes. I'm getting a double yes that they are real. The Native American Wendigo. Yeah. It could be that, remember we did a live on our live stream, I don't know, several weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we were talking about interdimensional entities or beings or whatever and how they could travel. It could be something like that, but I'm getting yes, and that they are not good, like bad, like I would say very, very dark energy. Let's see what else we have here. My mouse isn't working. And they can't talk their own words anymore, only mimic previous victims. Okay, will we meet alien life forms in our time? I think we already have and just don't know it. SL. I think yes. I actually I'm going to ask your question with the cards too, but this is what I've gotten is that I feel that at some point in time, way, way, way long time ago, there were some type of alien beings that were here maybe tens of thousands of years ago, who knows how long ago, and that they, some species actually, how do you want to say it, mated with humans. So I feel that's when I focus on the energy, I feel that there are humans that have part, alien DNA. But maybe we could ask, will we meet them in our time and actually know that it's an alien? Let's ask it that way, because I know that they've been here, many different species, and for thousands, maybe tens of thousands of years. So let's ask if we'll ever meet them and actually realize that that's what we're meeting. See, I'm getting that some people already have, but I don't know that it was well publicized, or, I don't know if everyone's heard the story. See, I'm getting that there have already, but those people are afraid to talk. They're afraid to tell their experience. But, and I'm getting that the ones, for the most part, I'm not saying all, but for the most part, I would say the ones that have been seen were maybe nice aliens, because I do think that there might be some that aren't so nice, but I do think that the ones that have been seen, well, I'm hearing in the last 100 years were pretty nice. Didn't wish harm on anyone on earth. But people are afraid to talk about it because they're worried about how they're going to be viewed. So I do feel that people have, and they just don't want to speak up about it because they're afraid people will think they're crazy. And, people can definitely jump to that conclusion. Although maybe it'll be better now with that, what are they called, UADs now? I guess the U.S. Congress just had that hearing with the pilots, and maybe people will start. Wendigo are Native Americans that turned to cannibalism and it consumed their soul, and they turned into savage monsters and shapeshift to get close to people to eat them, and they can't speak anymore. They can only mimic their previous victims. Well, I get that they're real, and I get that they're not. It's a very dark. It's a dark being. Yeah, I do get that they're real. So, what else do we have? I'm just looking here. How long has Halloween been celebrated? How long has it been celebrated? You know what? I don't know, David. I feel like it's evolved over the years. Like I feel like I thought I heard, and I could be completely wrong on this. I've not researched the history of Halloween, but I feel like that it started as a pagan actual holiday, and like that was like a sacred day for them, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat if I'm wrong on that. You can look for the signs from our loved ones, butterflies, dragonflies, they flicker, electronics, our animals can definitely sense them. Absolutely, Chrissy, you're dead on with that. Animals and young children can see, passed on souls. Absolutely. If you see like one of your pets, a cat or dog or whatever, they're just looking off at the ceiling in the corner and nothing's there, and you're like, what are you looking at? That's what they're looking at. Or or all of a sudden you'll see, like, sometimes I remember in the last house I lived in was definitely haunted. I could tell you some stories about that. But one of my dogs would growl sometimes. So sometimes a dog will, or even a cat, all of a sudden you can see them staring at nothing. It appears nothing to us, and then they start growling. So animals can definitely see spirits. Absolutely. Will we meet AK High Scout? Are we actually the aliens? Well, I think that there's many people who have some alien DNA in their lineage, in their DNA. That's what I've gotten. So that's what I've gotten. That when I focus on that, I feel like there's many people who it just keeps carrying down the lineage that, it's probably gotten diluted over time, but yeah, I feel that there's people who have, I know, call me crazy, allegedly, but that's what I get when I focus on it. So, there's some references in the Bible about possible alien interaction. Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Are there real evil spirits? 100%. Yes, there are. Absolutely, 100%. That's why I got my selenite. That's why I wear all my crystals. And yeah, I do, all of my protections and all of that. Absolutely. All Hallows Eve has been around for thousands of years in pagan history. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Halloween came from Ireland. Really? That's interesting. On Earth, and yes. Yes. On Earth and not on Earth. Yes. Big yes on that. And that's why I'm always talking about clearing energy and doing things to protect. And, yes, absolutely. I mean, think about this. You just have to turn on the news to know this. There are people who, hi, Natalie, happy Friday. There are people we all know who unalive others. They got something dark, right? There are Edos with a P, dark. There is human trafficking, dark. There's RSA, dark. All of that is dark energy. Those souls are operating from the dark. So they are either a dark being has taken over, or something's attached to them and is kind of running them that way. So yeah, that's why I'm always saying do protections, do protections. I didn't know Halloween came from Ireland. That's so cool. Is evil only a human experience, or is evil something separate from us and has a life of its own? It's something separate and has a life of its own. It's dark. It's dark entities, spirits, demons, whatever. It's something separate that comes in and affects humans. Call me crazy, but that's what I get, and I've witnessed it. So that's why I'm constantly saying about do clearing, do clearing, do clearing. There are astronauts with suits and helmets carved into ancient Indian, Chinese, Mayan, and Aztec temples as well. Interesting. I am a firm believer that a lot of music business is very, very dark. Yes, the music business, Hollywood, all of that is definitely all dark. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, it's just, people don't get to high levels of anything without making deals, some kind of contract. Okay, let me go back to my list here. I got to scroll. I'm scrolling. Where the heck was that list? So I know my daughter and I were talking about this. What is the name of that group in Hollywood? Well, I don't know that they go by a group. I mean, I know them as the elite. I mean, a lot of people call them the elite. And there's some people who call them like the cabal. I don't know. Is it true that on the 30th, the realm veil is at its thinnest? Well, that's an interesting question. Because I hear people talking about that all the time. And I'm going to ask, that's a great question. But here's the thing. I feel spirits can, to me, spirits can kind of get messages or try to get our attention really anytime. Are ghosts real, or is seeing a ghost an interaction of past or present? That's a good question too. But let's ask that. Let's ask that if it is correct or true that on the 30th of October, the realm veil is at its thinnest. Let's ask if that's true. I mean, I've heard that. I just don't know how much I buy into that. So, well, let's see. I think it's thin. I think it's the same thickness all the time. And I think that they can come in and out whenever they want. That's what I get. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a no on that. I think any spirits or entities or energies or whatever can come in and out whenever they like. Like, hi, Sag girl. I'm getting a no, and we can definitely see. Here's the thing. Obviously we don't worry about good, right? So, but here's the thing. You definitely have to worry about negative. And I would say it's not just the 30th of October. I think it's all the time. When I focus on the energy, I don't get, like I said, I'm getting a no. When I focus on the energy, I don't get that it matters what date it is. It's not any better or any worse or thinner or thicker or whatever, um, on the 30th or any other day. I think it's the same. Are ghosts real, or is seeing a ghost an interaction of past and present? David, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Are you talking like a deja vu? Seeing ghosts, I mean, is real. Ghosts are real. They're spirits that have passed on. So some people are able to see them. I would say, sometimes people see them in different ways. Some people don't see them at all. Some people see them in different ways. Like, for instance, you might see out of the corner of your eye, a shadow fly by. And then you look and you're like, what did I just see? Like, you clearly know something. You could see a split second, something like a shadow flew by. Those are spirits. In pagan and Mexican culture, that's when the veil is the thinnest, but it might just be when they choose to celebrate. Well, that's what I'm thinking, kind of how different countries have different New Year's. Yeah. I mean, they may just celebrate it then. So it's the same difference between this world and the next. I wouldn't say that, because, on other planes, and you're talking about spirits, and they're not human. They're entities, and they're not human. Here on Earth, we're human. Hi, Manil. I've heard a woman speak loud by my bed at 3 a.m. while everyone was sleeping like 3 years ago, and it was crazy. I was the only one in the room, and she was saying gibberish stuff. I still remember her tone. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. My daughter hears stuff like that all the time. All the time. I felt her presence even though I didn't see anything. Yeah, they definitely can do that. Ghosts are earthbound spirits, right? Not necessarily. Not from what I pick up. So they can be earthbound, but sometimes they're not earthbound. I know some people say that you can't pick up, you can't connect with a spirit unless they're earth connected or earthbound. I don't feel that. That's not what my experience as a medium is. So I don't feel that. I think spirits they can be earthbound, or maybe they're not earthbound, and maybe they've moved on, but then they decide to come in and try to do a sign or something, When I was little, I saw a black hood, red eyes. Ooh, that's creepy. When you see something like that, just start praying to God. God, come in. Jesus Christ, God, come in and protect me. I get tons of orbs in all of my videos and pictures. Yeah. What, do you live in an older home? Maybe that's why. Maybe there's if it's an older home, there could be more. Is a ghost a spirit from the past only? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me focus on that. You know what? I think that it's possible that you could have, that some spirits could come in that are from the future. If that's what you're asking, yeah. I do feel that, yeah, there could be spirits that come from the future, because, there is a theory out there that there are, there's, what do they call it? There's other parallel timelines that everyone supposedly lives, like alternate lives on parallel timelines, and sometimes they cross, and these timelines, and then technically there's supposedly no past, present, or future. I've heard that too. I have mixed thoughts about that, but I do believe that we have parallel timelines and parallel lives, and I think they can come, sometimes they can cross. So I do feel that. for sure. That was one of my questions. Why do some people have zero supernatural experiences? Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I'm going to ask that. And I saw the same thing minus the red eyes. I screamed, "Get out of my home in Jesus' name." Great, Christy. That's perfect. Yeah, I was in Yonkers when I was little. I don't see it anymore. Yonkers is old. Yeah, I mean, you just immediately call on God, Jesus Christ, and you ask God to take it away, Jesus Christ to take it away, and to protect you immediately. And you just keep doing it in your head over and over and over again. My family has been telling me that they've all seen an all black wearing figure in their old house back in the 80s all the time with his feet backwards, and they just shoo him away and he'd disappear with his feet backwards. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Yeah, just start, I will say some spirits that will, do things in homes, people's homes, like usually it's an older home. There's some jokesters, so they'll do funny things or silly things because they think it's funny. They'll knock something over, or you'll hear noises, and then you go in there and there's no one in there. I mean, they'll flicker lights. They do stuff like that sometimes. Sometimes it's just to get a sign to let someone know that they're there, but sometimes it's just because they want to play a joke. They think it's funny to mess with us. That's what I've gotten. Yeah, that house is over 150 years old. Yeah. So, I mean, especially the older homes. So let's ask Mudball's question, because I want to know why some people are not able to have any kind of supernatural type experiences. Like, why is that? And I don't think it's a matter of believing or not believing, because I definitely believe, but I have seen some, I guess you want to say spirits or whatever, but it's minimal. It's minimal. Where my daughter has seen a lot. My sister, who is mentally handicapped, mentally challenged, she actually would see them like I'm talking to you now, like an actual person, have a full-on conversation with them. And you would ask her, who's she talking to? She'd say, "Well, that guy over there, he was asking me for directions. Don't you see him?" I mean, she would see him as clear as day, but she was mentally handicapped, mentally challenged. She still is. But, so it depends. I do believe, but I'm unfortunate. I don't get to see. I don't know. I think it's partly like what you came into this life to experience, or how you wanted to experience, or to what depth or what strength. But they can go into the most haunted demonic places where people get pushed or scratched, and then some people go in and nothing happens. Right. I know. That's true. So let's ask that. See, I already know what I feel on that when I'm focusing on that, but I'm going to see what the cards say, and then I'm going to let you know what I feel on that too. Well, this is kind of what I was picking up. So let me explain it like this. And they want to believe, but nothing happens, and they want to be proved wrong. Right. Here's what partially what I'm getting. And I'm not going to say this is like this for everyone, and this is kind of what I was picking up. Some of the people that literally can be, physically maybe harmed, or there's the sleep paralysis, which is actually, something dark doing something to you, and that's when you got to start praying to Jesus Christ. But there's supposedly these haunted homes or places that people have gotten scratched, or they've gotten hit, or they've, you know, things that go flying across the room or whatever. So how come that doesn't happen to everybody? Part of it is because okay, some of those things that are hurting, or trying to hurt someone, or like the sleep paralysis when they're trying to, you know, cause you harm or hit you or scratch you. Those are things that tend to be, most of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, but most of the time there's dark energy connected with that. And what they're doing is they're looking for the weakest people. They're looking for the weakest people. And obviously it's the dark energy that's doing that. And they're looking for the weakest people that they can affect. It could be that those people already have some negative attached to them, or is already affecting them, or maybe somebody, put some kind of dark magic on them. So those people are already kind of vulnerable. I'm not going to say this is like for every single person on the planet, but I'm going to say a good majority. And that's kind of what I felt, but that's also what I'm getting here is the people that I think experience that kind of stuff are already on a spiritually in a weakened condition. So like, let me explain it like this. How you can easily or more easily become affected, or have dark affect you or attach to you or whatever. There's some really easy things that can happen. Not easy, but there's some things that I have run across over the years. One is alcoholics, drug addicts. They're putting their body and their spirit in a weakened condition, and kind of checking out temporarily mentally. And so while they're checking out, their own protections are lower, and energy can come on them so easily. That's one way. Another way is if you're in like a coma, or if you're in have a very serious illness, your body and obviously your mind is in a very weakened condition. You're kind of, checked out because you're just focused on the pain or whatever it is that you have going on. Again, negative, that's like an open door for negative. You can have something very traumatic happen to you, especially when you're young, and you're so traumatized. Whatever's traumatizing you is probably something dark anyway. So then you're so traumatized that again, your conviction or your strength energy is weakened, and things can come on you then too. So think of it like being in a weakened condition is that, I think that's the easiest that, dark or spirits or whatever can affect you or come on you or whatever. I think that, are there some, really, I don't want to say holy people, but people who are only of the light, can they see some spirit activity or whatever? Or I think, yes, I think anyone can, but the ones that would get hurt or injured, I feel, and from what I'm seeing here, it's mainly those that are in a weaker condition, or they already have something, if you've already are being affected by negative or dark, or you have that on you or whatever, or somebody put some kind of, that's another way. I forgot to list this, is if somebody sent you some kind of, dark magic or dark curse or something, that also makes you vulnerable energetically on a spiritual level to have more stuff come on you. Does that make sense? So I think when you're in a weakened spiritual energy condition and a human condition, that's when things like this can happen. And I think that that's what I'm getting, is like the weaker It's the weaker people. And I don't mean weak like you could have a 6'5" man go in there who's, body builds for a living. It has nothing to do with physical strength. I'm talking spiritual weakness on an energy, spiritual energy way. It's those that are in a weakened condition. That's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting. But these same people are like, move that chair, show me you're real. And the ghosts are like, if we don't move, maybe he will go away. Well, of course, you're going to have, there are many, many, many trickster, jokester spirits that have passed on, dark spirits. I mean, yeah, they think it's funny. And especially if you're talking about a dark energy, think of it this way. Remember, dark only wants to cause chaos. Okay. So they're going to do exactly the opposite of what you want. If you're going in there saying, I want you to move that chair, show me you're real, they're going to be like, who do you think you are? I'm not doing anything you say. I'm going to do the exact opposite. So yeah, they're, let's see. I'm just going back over the chat here. There's one young man who is a creator on YouTube who does paranormal, and he has been touched, pushed, scratched by entities. We actually see it being done on live stream. Yeah. Well, you know what I would tell him is he needs to do energy and prayers, energy clearing and prayers stat. That's what I would tell him, because if he's got something that's attacking him or whatever, I would be like praying to Jesus Christ and doing all kinds of protections like immediately. I don't mind if I see them or whatever, but once they start interacting with me, there's something going on there. That's not, I don't feel that that's normal. I think if you're more open spiritually to the dark, then yes, I think it could happen. Or even slamming doors. If I'm chilling and a door slams or a book flies off the shelf, I'm like, cool, there's ghosts. Are poltergeist ghosts or spiritual energy? I feel that's a good question. I feel like that's more of an energy, but ghosts are an energy too, right? We're all energy, and it's an energy. So I know what you're saying, and I think from the way that you're saying it, I think it's more of like a spiritual energy. But these same people are like, okay, move that chair. I read that already. Where do stylish ghosts go shopping? Fancy boutiques. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Is second sight real? I'm not sure what that is, David. What's second sight? I don't think you need to be spiritually damaged to see a book fly across the room. No, I don't think so either. I just think, so remember though, there are trickster, demons, there's trickster dark energies, there's trickster, spirits, and like I almost feel like, I don't know. I'm not saying everyone in the world falls under that category, but I think there's something going on that is making that energy do something in front of you. That's what I'm getting. I could be completely wrong. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. Hi, Lena. Fancy boutiques. Oh, that's so funny. How did the ghost get from New York to London? British Scareways. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious, Chrissy. I always believe in God, Jesus all the time. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Just, pray in Jesus' name. And How are you, Lena? Happy Friday. Are vampires real? Are there any around now? What are they, human? Do they really drink blood? Well, so I do feel, and hi, Jennifer. I do feel that, so, okay, I think what you're asking is, are vampires real in the sense like it's in the movies? I don't feel that is true, but I'm going to ask if some form of vampire is real, because I do know that there are energy vampires. Um, that's like on a energy level. But let's ask if there are any, if vampires that drink blood are real. Let's ask it that way, in whatever form they are. I mean, because the stuff that is in movies and whatever, that's glamorized by Hollywood, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm getting yes, but not sort of, but it's not the way you're thinking. I do think there's probably vampires in the respect of maybe cannibals or some people who do drink blood because they're from the dark. So I do think that, but I don't know that they would be like you're thinking, like you might see in the movie. I mean, to that question, it's no, and I don't feel that. I don't. I think there are vampires, but just not the way Hollywood portrays them. And yeah, they are. I do think they're human. I just think that they're some messed up people, I guess, if you want to say it like that. In my dreams, I feel being dragged off my bed into one corner, portal or just a dream. Well, do you wake up in the corner? Like when you're awake, are you in the corner? Let me focus on that. Well, what I'm getting is it's dark energy that's trying to scare you. I do get that. So, I would probably do a clearing on your home or your bedroom. I would just do your whole home, but specifically your bedroom, and, pray to Jesus. You can do crystal grids in the four corners of your bedroom. I would spray some Palo Santo and then frankincense and myrrh right before you go to sleep, and do it when you wake up too. And you can also spray holy water. But I feel like it's, dark that's doing that. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Yes, please tap the like button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And subscribe. Second sight, being able to, I think you mean see into the future. Well, that would be me. That would be me. So yeah, there are psychics and mediums, and yeah, we can definitely see into the future. Why did the skeleton go to the bar? He wanted some booze. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm trying to, there's like a lot here. Okay. Edward Cullen from the Twilight movie is just adorable, and he glistens. Yes, he is adorable. I agree with you. I mean, wait a minute. Why? Hold on. I mean, narcissists are energy vampires. Well, yeah, there are absolutely energy vampires. Absolutely. And there are people with hemoglobin deficiencies that crave blood because they are lacking. Yeah, but see, I'm getting an image of like almost like you're correct, Mudball. But I'm getting an image of people who actually it's almost like a cult mindset. So like I think it's a very well hidden group, but I do feel that there are people in these groups who do these little rituals and they do drink blood, and it's like a cult. But would that be like a vampire like in the movies? No, I don't get that. Yes, the edge of the bed. Oh, so you were pulled to the edge of the bed. You need to do some clearing and clear your home. You need to do some prayers. Um, you know, yeah, you need to do some prayers, Jennifer, and some clearing. Like, if is that still happening to you? It felt dark and I fought it off. Yeah, thank. Well, is that still happening, or what? Was it just the one time, or has it happened since? Or I would definitely do like major clearing. I mean, if there's a few things that you can do to do clearing. Why do ghosts ride elevators? It raises their spirits. I can't believe I'm laughing at these jokes. Oh my God. That is too funny, Chrissy. When my son was around 1 year old, I would bathe him in the bathtub and he would look toward my side and smile and laugh. Was he seeing something? It always freaked me out. Yes, he was. I can see the image. Who is he seeing? It was like an older gentleman. I feel like it was like a grandpa type spirit. And I think the spirit was trying to get him to laugh, like, because he thought of him as like a grandson. I don't know if you've seen, but there is a footage from last month, I think, where they see the Bigfoot from a helicopter on a mountain. I wonder if it's a real thing or some freaky guy. That's a question. Let's ask if that particular, yeah, Jennifer, let me know if it just happened that one time or if it's happened since, or how long ago that was that happened. I'm getting it was a few years ago. Is that right? Yeah, let's ask if that particular Bigfoot that was seen from a helicopter on a mountain, if that was really Bigfoot or just, maybe a large human. Hi, Munchkin. Hi, Bella. Bella. Oh, she was over here wagging her tail, but now she's walking away. I was going to see if she wanted to come up here, but yeah. So let's ask if what what they saw from the helicopter on that mountain recently was really a Bigfoot. Like, let's ask that. Boy, I can almost see the image of it. I haven't seen. Hi, Bella Woof Woof. Yeah, she's so cute. I haven't seen the footage, but I'm getting like an image in my head. It's not answering me, but the only thing it is saying is this. So let me just focus on it for a second, because you know what I'm getting when I tap into the energy of, what the people from the helicopter saw on that mountain? I am getting that I do think it could have possibly been something like Bigfoot. But I'm getting it was interdimensional, and I'm also getting that whatever it was not a good being, if you want to, however you want to say that. But I can kind of blurrily see an image, and I feel like travel through interdimensional. That's what I'm kind of getting. I have a pic of my dad after he died. Was that him? You have a pic of your dad after he died? Oh, do you mean like you were in a picture or something and then he was in the picture too? Let Let me focus. No, I'm getting a no. I'm getting that it was, see, I'm getting like a trickster. That's what I'm getting. Wherever that picture was taken, if you still live in that home or that area or whoever lives there, I would probably do, some house clearing there too. Because I feel some trickster dark energy there. Send you the video later. The kid came out later saying he faked the giant footage, but it was real suspicious and awkward, like he was being held hostage. Yeah, I'm getting something like interdimensionally. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen the footage. I don't know what it was on there, but I'm getting, I think it was something, maybe not exactly a Bigfoot, but it was something. And I just get, something dark. Why are cats and dogs able to see spirits is because they are innocent. Yeah. You used to live there? Okay, well, I'm glad you don't live there anymore. Because that house probably had some kind of, it could have been a portal. It could have been whatever. It could, something could have been there. Why cats and dogs are able to see, and children, and sometimes, like my sister, mentally challenged, why they're able to see so easily. And then as we get to be adults, we don't see, right? Hi, Shell. It's because they're innocent and they're completely open to everything. They are just open. They don't have that fear. They don't have that fear that as we become an adult, we start, thinking about that stuff. And, it kind of freaks us out when we start thinking about it logically and we understand really what we're asking about, or, we get that fear. So children, pets, animals, mentally challenged, they're all, very, very open for that stuff to come in. Yes, Shell. Yes, if you want to ask a personal question, yes, if you want to do a super chat. So just, those are great questions, but I think it does get scary as an adult. Yeah, I mean, it does, but I've always wanted to see that stuff. Now, I will tell you some stories that my daughter and I were talking about this earlier. So in the house I used to live in, we lived there for almost, I think, 19 or 20 years. So we were there for a while. It was like a little shoebox of a house. I mean, it was 900 square feet, teeny, teeny, teeny house. I don't even know how we fit in here. We had dogs and cats and we just crammed in this little, whatever. So anyway, that house was absolutely haunted. And my daughter would see spirits all the time, especially when she was younger, because again, you're more open when you're younger, right? But there were many times when one of us would hear something in another room. Now, again, it's not a very big house, right? So we'd hear something in another room and we'd get up and go in there and there's no one in there. There would be times that we'd hear stuff in another room and no one else was even home. Like I would hear papers rustling in the kitchen and I'd be like, knowing that, no one's in there, and I'd get up and look anyway. And of course, no one's in there. So there was one time I came home and our front door had a big, not a big, but like one of those little square windows, it was like maybe about this big. So it wasn't a very big window in the top of the door. So you could, if you were taller, you could see in or see out, right? So one time I pulled in the driveway and I glanced up at the door, the front door, and I could see through the window. Now, at the time, my kids were teenagers. So I could see through the little window in the door, my son, and he was, I think, I don't know, 16 or something at the time, or 17. I can't remember, 15 maybe. Anyway, I see him looking through the little window and he's like right up against the window and he's looking out. So I park the car, I get out of the car, I go up to the door and I go to open it and it's locked. And I'm thinking, why did my son not unlock the door for me? That's weird. So I take my keys and I unlock the door and I go inside and I'm calling him, Nick, Nick, and there's no answer. And I go look around. He's not even home. No one was home. So I'm sitting there. I saw him in the window and I'm thinking, then he was, of course, he was gone by the time I went up to the door. So we've definitely seen stuff in my last house, but, there are definitely haunted dwellings and, I'm just reading here. I sometimes hear someone call out my name, specifically my nickname in the family, especially while no one is around. It creeps me out, but I try not to let it get to me. Okay, well, here's what you do. Start praying to Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ's name and just ask Jesus Christ to protect you and to take away the spirit and let God handle what he or she's gonna do with it. So pray to God, Jesus Christ, and just ask, and then you can do, some energy clearing. I mean, I do have an older video. I think I made it like about a year and a half ago, how to do clearings, some ideas. My father died in that house. That's how my mom is in the pic. She is by herself. So can you clearly see him, Anne? Or is it like a blurry figure? What is it that you're seeing? Because I get that wasn't your dad. I get that it was, something that was a little dark. That's what I'm getting. I'm just looking through the things because I know my daughter sent me some stuff and I answered that one. I'm looking at the King Tut. Blurry. Yeah, I don't get that was your dad. I'm glad you're not living in that house anymore because I hope your mom is not. Because I just feel it was not, there was, yes, something was there. I don't feel it was your dad though. I'm just trying to find your list, Ashley. I can't find it. Oh, you were asking about, okay, the extinct thylacine, also known as Tasmanian tiger, and the Chupacabra creature, which means goat sucker in Spanish. The Chupacabra are the Chupacabra, oh my God, that's a tongue twister. Are the Chupacabra, oh my God. Chupacabra, oh my God, I can't say it. Okay, what mudball just typed? I was going to point to that. The pic was blurry, but you see the face. My mom is not alive anymore either. We moved out of that house though. Yeah, thank God. Okay. Chupacabra. God. I feel like blah. Blah, it's not coming out. Okay. So, and then, okay, so I'm going to read what Ashley said here. She said, so the extinct thylacine, which is also known as the Tasmanian, hi, Tangerine, Spooky Friday. Yes. And right now we're talking about a subject that I can't pronounce. I keep going, blah. It won't come out. It's like a tongue twister. Yeah, wine. And then can you say that word? I can't even say it sober. I can't even say it sober. And I'm only drinking water. Oh my God. Ashley, why do you give me these words that I can't pronounce? Oh, how are you, Chris? How you doing? Okay, so let me finish reading this. So, okay, it's also known as the thylacine, which is extinct, is also known as the Tasmanian tiger, and the chupacabra, chupacabra, which means goatsucker in Spanish, thought to drain the blood of livestock animals. Theory is that there was a ship that was transporting animals to a zoo in Mexico that was shipwrecked in a storm, and most of the animals were recovered dead or alive, except for a handful of animals, including a male and female thylacine, which is around the time that the stories of the chupacabra started coming about. So there are many paleontologists that think that the two started a new population in Mexico, and maybe it is at the chupacabra. Background, okay, both in it, because okay, so I still am kind of confused, Ashley. Are you saying it says they are known extinct animal? So the thylacine is supposedly a known extinct animal from Tasmania, Australia, and they are carnivorous. So if they survived the shipwreck and started breeding and showing up killing livestock, the locals don't know what it is because it's not a native animal. So it's a monster to them. So they just started calling it goatsucker, which is the chupacabra. I think I have that right now. So the chupacabra is based on the myth, based on possibly a real life animal thought to be extinct, but actually is still thriving in a whole new country. Okay. And Ashley sent me these pictures. So I'll see if you guys can see it. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this on the phone, but this is supposedly what one of them looks like. Can you guys see that? So that's supposedly what one of them looks like. I don't know. I love how much fun you have with us. Yeah. I'm a goofball. I laugh at the silliest stuff, and I love to laugh. Are there any animals any of you get really dark energies from? For some reason, rabbits feel dark to me. So this picture is a thylacine. Okay, so Ashley says this is a thylacine. So I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I don't know where these pictures would come from if it's not a real thing. So let's ask if this thylacine or Tasmanian tiger is really still, a living animal today, living somewhere. Let's ask that. Are thylacine still alive? Yes, that's what I'm getting. But they stay completely hidden. And what I'm getting is, I think they also, well, let me see. I'm trying to focus on if they, I was asking if they were interdimensional, and I'm getting a no on that. So I think they're here. I actually think they're here, but just no one, they keep hidden. I don't think anyone has seen them. I don't know where they live, but yeah, elusive. Yeah, because no one has seen them really. You wouldn't be able to find them. And I'm getting a no on interdimensional. So I think they're still here. I mean, that's wild. That's wild. Are some missing people connected to portals, and are portals real? Portals are very real. Very, very, very real. They are, yes, they are very real. And, when I do house clearings, I mean, even when I'm clearing my own house, but there's portals outside, there's portals in homes. You can have a portal on you or above you, anywhere. Portals are everywhere, and they're very real. And you just want to close them because, whenever I'm doing house clearings, that's the first thing I do is I look for an open portal, because that's where, that's where spirit energies and other dark things will travel in between, to get into your home or whatever. So yes, portals are very, very real. Are some missing people connected to portals? See, I'm getting no on that because the portals are their energy, spiritual energy. They're made up of spiritual energy. So a person wouldn't be able to go into a spiritual energy field. I mean, you can walk through it. Doesn't mean you're going to disappear. It's not like it's in the movies. But I'm getting a no on that. I think some missing people are now, I do believe some missing people could have been taken by aliens. I mean, I do believe that. It could be that. It could be just that they're unalived and just not found. I mean, it's, that's a whole nother sad topic, but I don't think it has to do with the portals. Okay, so are Chupacabra, are they actually Thylacine? Okay, let's ask that. They were deemed extinct in the 60s. Well, I think they're still here. My ex is still around, so they are not so extinct. Oh, no, that's not nice. Okay, so let's ask if the Chupacabra, oh my God, thank God I'm not drinking. If the Chupacabra are actually Thylacine. Well, I'm getting yes. That's what I'm getting. So, and here they are again, being hidden. So yeah, I do think the Chupacabra, oh my God, don't make me say it again. Don't make me say it. I can't say it. The Chupa whatever. Yes, I do think that they're really the Thylacine. And I think, see, I don't feel that there's many of them. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot on the chat here. Okay, elusive. Well, okay, the Mothman of Chicago is humanoid creature with red buggy eyes and wings. Ugh, I live in Chicago. My God, I hope I don't see him. Okay, so is he real? The Mothman of Chicago. Do you live in Chicago area, Lena? Let's ask if the Mothman, this is particularly important to me because I live in Chicago area, so I don't want him to be real. I don't want to see any humanoid creatures with red buggy eyes and wings. I don't want to see that. So let's ask if the Mothman of Chicago is real. This humanoid creature with red buggy eyes and wings. Well, there is something. I don't think it's like, I think it's one of those things that's been kind of embellished. I don't think it's exactly with red eyes and wings. I do think that someone may have seen someone with red eyes. Well, did they have wings? See, the wings makes me feel like it was probably a spiritual thing and demon or dark entity. I don't think that. I don't think the actual Mothman is real. That's what the next generation of kids will be saying about pandas because this is the last year they will be in our country. Oh, is it really? That's so sad. Why? Why is that? Oh, the pandas are so darn cute. You're laughing at me, Chris. I know I'm such a goofball. Is the Bermuda Triangle a portal? Why so many disappearances through the years? Well, so here's what I feel about the Bermuda Triangle. That's a great question. I feel that there is some, yes, kind of. I know I just said that portals you can't go through, but this is different. This I feel like is the Bermuda. Oh my God. Don't tell me there's another word I'm not going to be able to say. Oh my God. Bermuda Triangle, I feel, is an area where different timelines or dimensions happen to cross. I guess if that makes sense, like different dimensions are crossing, like a crossroads, and so people sometimes get in the wrong. They go into the wrong timeline or whatever that, or into the different dimension. That's what I feel the Bermuda Bermuda Triangle. That's what I feel that is. Well done for pronouncing that word. Call it Chupa. Yeah, I know. Mothman was last seen in O'Hare. That's creepy. That's creepy. Oh, thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I lived in Hoffman Estates in Chicago for 18 years. Yeah, well, so the Mothman was supposedly last seen at O'Hare. How long ago was that? We have enough bugs here. We don't need a 6'1" with wings. Yeah, I'm with you on that. No giant bugs. Ugh. I really wonder if Shamaran. You guys are killing me with these words. You guys are killing me with these words I can't pronounce. I really wonder if Shamaran is real. In the legends, she is a beautiful woman above the waist, but a snake below the waist. Well, let's ask. Bermuda, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama. Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. That does make a lot of sense about the different timeline for the Bermuda. Hi, persnickety. Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle. I feel like it's different timelines that just it's like this I don't know how to describe it. Like I can feel the energy and I can see it. It's like I think there's a word for it and I can't think of it. But they're overlapping or something. And so sometimes they get stuck or um I don't know. They get stuck or whatever. You know what I mean? So okay, so let's ask about this. Let me see what the word is again. Shamaran. Shamaran. Okay, so let's ask if the Shamaran is real. Ugh, that reminds me of Medusa, right? From oh my God, what is that movie? From forever ago. With the snakes on her head. Shamaran. Okay, are Shamaran real? See, I'm kind of feeling like that one. I'm feeling no, but let's see. Yeah, I'm getting a no. So this would mean it's something else. So are they real? It's something else, meaning no. So I don't think the Shamaran are real. Hi, what did you miss, persnickety? Just a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense is what you missed. Pandas were a Nixon treaty loan for, oh, so the loan ran out. I mean, can't we renegotiate the loan? Have a great night, everyone. Bye, Anne. Have a great night. Hi, Corinne. Oh my God, you guys are killing me with these words. Die book box is real. Do they actually house demons? I have not heard of that. Die book boxes? I don't even know what they are. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I want to go to Bermuda now too. I want to go to Bermuda too, but not the Bermuda Triangle. Why is my chat like sticking? All right, so Corinne wants to know die book boxes. I don't even know what they are. What are they? What are they? I'm going to have to look those up. Oh, Dybbuk. Dybbuk. Okay, Dybbuk. 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 Okay, so are Dybbuk boxes real? I don't even know what they are, but let's ask. I'm going to have to research this now because I haven't heard of these things. I do feel like something like that is real, but more of an energy, like an energy, kind of like an energy portal. That's kind of how it feels to me. So is this Dybbuk box, is it like an actual thing that I can hold in my hand, or is it, see, I don't know what it is. I'm getting that it's used. So I'm getting I don't feel that it's an actual thing. If someone is saying that there is, then they're probably made something out of maybe an image that they got. Dybbuk are like a Pandora's box for demons to get trapped in. Well, that would be why I'm feeling the negative energy. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a lot of the negative energy. I don't feel that it's it's big in Jewish religion. I I think if someone has something, you know, tangible, like this bottle of water, right? Like that, it's a decoration. I don't think it's anything more than that. But I do get that spiritually, people can trap demons. Like that's probably like maybe exorcism or something. But there are things that people have done, like bindings and spells and stuff like that, that are able to trap, kind of like a Dybbuk box. Because I don't even know what I'm describing. Like I don't even so if it's like a tangible thing like this, I don't think that's real. Like I don't think anything is in there, but there are energy things that they can be trapped in, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting. Clash of the Titans, that's it. Clash of the Titans, yep. Chariots of Fire was the movie. No, Clash of the Titans, yep. The pandas were on loan from China. Atlanta is the zoo to have the pandas. China will not renew the lease. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. That's so sad. Do any other countries have pandas besides China? And I guess apparently America, but not for long. Medusa turns you to stone. That's right. Yeah. Clash of the Titans, Medusa. Medusa is an ancient Greek deity. Interesting. I think I'm wrong about the movie. Oops. Okay. Black-Eyed Children, a myth. Yeah, that's another good one, Chris. It's like the timelines are branching with each other on top of one another in Bermuda. Exactly, Manil, that's right. That's exactly right. It's like the timelines are branching with each other on top of one another. Correct. That's a really good way to say it. That was kind of how I was trying to, describe it. China owns all the pandas and stopped leasing them out to protect them because they are endangered. Pandas are so darn cute. So let's ask about the black-eyed children. I'm just looking through the chat here to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so let's ask about if the black-eyed children are a myth, or were they real? Are they real? Were they real? Let's ask. Because yeah, those. I mean, I think most people have heard of the black-eyed children. So let's ask if either they are or they were at some point real. Let's ask. Well, I'm getting sort of. That's what I'm getting. So think of it like this. Think of it like this. Think of it like, and I kind of touched on it. Why do the black-eyed children ring doorbells or knock on car doors and ask for help? Well, because it's dark. They're dark energy. That's it's dark energy. They're messing with you. So here it's kind of like what I was touching on earlier. Think of this as like a cage. You can see the cage there, right? So it's like, remember I said earlier, if you're vulnerable, and I gave some examples of how you can be vulnerable, right? You're vulnerable for stuff to come on you or affect you or even take over you. There are, I believe, you can call me crazy, but I've seen it. But I think there are, human bodies on this earth that are not human. They have no soul. It's just a dark thing in them, right? So I think that, see, look at all the trappings. This is all trapped. I think there is dark that's trapped in some of those children. And, if they saw black eyes, it was probably an embellishment. But I do think that there were a group of children probably in some cult or little town or whatever, a group of people, kind of like a cult, it feels like, who were doing certain, maybe they did practice magic or something. And, it just affected the kids. Why would they ring doorbells and knock on car doors and ask for help? It's, to me, it's nefarious. I don't get that. That's a child that does that. Could they be alien hybrids? Mm, yikes, why did I ask? I I don't know. I'm not getting a solid answer on if they're alien hybrids because ding dong ditch. Yeah. I used to do that when I was young. Don't tell anyone. Shh. Who didn't though when they were a kid? But when you have when you have something that's kind of taken over you, you can get little glimpses of where you see in their eyes something shifts. And that's, I mean, I've seen it. It's creepy AF. And, you can see in the eyes there's something that changes. You can see all of a sudden there's a slight, subtle expression change on their face, or their eyes just, there's something that changes. And it's real quick, but you can see it. So I think it's like that maybe people saw that, but were their eyes always like going around, walking around with black eyes all the time? I don't think so. Technology ruins all that old school fun. Yeah, I know. That's right. That's right, Chris. We can't do ding dong ditch anymore. Unless we put on like, well, it's Halloween coming up. Maybe we can put on a costume and do it then. But yeah, I just don't think, do you see shifts in the eyes because you have some kind of discernment, or should we all be able to see those types of things? I think I think many people should be able to see it. But I mean, it is a split second. You have to kind of catch it. I've seen it. And I've seen it. But it happens really fast. You can also tell, like, it's mainly the eyes and the facial expression. It's very subtle, but you can also kind of tell where someone usually acts like a certain way, and someone you've known for a while. And then all of the sudden they act like a completely different person, and they haven't been drinking, they're not doing any kind of substances or anything like that, but they're like a different person. Now, I know some people can say, well, maybe they have bipolar, whatever, have a manic episode. This is different. You can sometimes catch someone acting completely not like themselves. And a lot of times it will be accompanied by some kind of a little shift, but the eyes are a good clue to that. And sometimes in the face, but it's kind of a, it's a creepy thing. And then they'll act like somebody else for maybe an hour, and then all of a sudden they're back to normal. That's a clear indication that there's something going on. There's something going on. It's like when you look at someone and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, even if they are smiling nicely. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's, yeah, I don't like dark energy. See, I'm an Aries, so I get angry. And I've been doing this for, I don't know, almost 40 years. So I've seen and experienced so many things that I get angry when I see some kind of dark. And that's probably why I don't see it too often, because I immediately started praying to Jesus Christ God and start doing all kinds of clearing. I've always got all of my protection stuff on, I mean, insane with all the stuff that I do. So, you know, I'm kind of protecting myself. That's why I'm always preaching to everyone else, protect yourself, do some things to clear and protect yourself. So, you know, but yeah, there's definitely, not good things out there. So, all right. Well, I think I don't have a temper, but being scared makes me immediately angry. Yeah. Stupid chat. Why? What's the chat doing? Yeah. So you know, I just get angry because I just have been dealing with it for decades, and I don't like it. And I don't like when it's affecting other people. I mean, that's why I do clearings for clients. People can book clearings with me on my website. And, you know, I try to help people, because most people don't know how to do that kind of stuff. It's not an openly talked about concept. You know what I mean? This has been so fun. Thank you so much, Kathy. Yeah, I'm so glad. It was fun talking about all these fun topics. Um, it's always, always, always fun hanging out with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys, and when you guys make me laugh, uh, I'm such a goofball. But yes, so thank you for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of spooky live spooktacular stream. So this was fun. I may do. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow night and talk about, because there's so much to talk about Britney Spears, her book. I have her book, and of course, there's all kinds of YouTube creators that are. That's why we love your channel. Oh, good. I'm glad you do. I can't wait to watch the replay. This group is fun. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you too, Persnickety. Yeah, there's you guys are great. You guys are awesome in this group. I just love you guys. Um, this was great. We'll go back to the last part I missed. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see me trying to pronounce words that I can't pronounce. And then we're talking about King Tut at the beginning. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm thinking about maybe doing another live stream tomorrow. I don't know, possibly. But there's, stuff about Britney Spears and Taylor Swift being a billionaire. Yeah. Um, but there's, so I'm still thinking about it. Maybe I will. So you guys might see me tomorrow night pop in, or tomorrow afternoon for my time. So you guys may see me pop up tomorrow. But anyway, have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Halloween, and enjoy next week. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, I will definitely see you next Saturday. We're going to go back to Saturdays now. So have a great weekend. Mwah. I love you guys. Yes, you have a great weekend too. Love you guys, and have a great weekend and a great week and a great Halloween. And I will maybe see you tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then the following Saturday. So love you guys. Bye.